South Korean President Yeol's government lifted early Wednesday morning the martial law he imposed during a tense night of political drama in which troops surrounded parliament and lawmakers voted to reject military rule. Yoon imposed martial law on late Tuesday night, December 3, vowing to eliminate anti-state forces as he struggles against an opposition that controls parliament and that he accuses of sympathizing with communist North Korea.
친애하는 국민 여러분, 저는 북한 공산 세력의 위협으로부터 자유 대한민국을 수호하고 우리 국민의 자유와 행복을 약탈하고 있는 파렴치한 종북 반국가 세력들을 일거에 척결하고 자유 헌정 질서를 지키기 위해 비상계엄을 선포합니다.
While announcing his plan to lift martial law, Yoon continued to criticize Parliament's attempts to impeach key government officials and senior prosecutors and lawmakers on scrupulous acts of legislative and budgetary manipulation that are paralyzing the functions of the state. Under South Korea's constitution, the president can declare martial law during wartime, warlike situations, or other compatible national emergency states that require the use of military force to maintain peace and order. It was questionable whether South Korea is currently in such a state. When martial law is declared, special measures can be employed to restrict the freedom of the press, freedom of assembly, and other rights, as well as the power of courts. The Constitution also states that the President must oblige when the National Assembly demands the lifting of a martial law with a majority vote. The President's surprising move harkened back to an era of authoritarian leaders that the country has not seen since the 1980s, and it was immediately denounced by the opposition and the leader of Yoon's own party. Less than 3 hours after Yoon's announcement of martial law, Parliament acted, with National Assembly Speaker Woo Won-sik declaring that the martial law was invalid and that lawmakers will protect democracy with the people. The Parliament Speaker called on his YouTube channel for all lawmakers to gather at the National Assembly. He urged military and law enforcement personnel to remain calm and hold their positions. All 190 lawmakers who participated in the vote supported the lifting of martial law. Television footage showed soldiers who had been stationed at Parliament leaving the site after the vote. The leader of Yoon's Conservative People Power Party called the decision to impose martial law wrong and vowed to stop it with the people. On early Wednesday morning, Yoon lifted the martial law just hours after imposing it.
조금 전 국회의 계엄 해제 요구가 있어 계엄 사무에 투입된 군을 철수시켰습니다. 바로 국무회의를 통해 국회의 요구를 수용하여 계엄을 해제할 것입니다.
After a series of events, hundreds of protesters gathered in front of the assembly, waving banners and calling for Yoon's impeachment. Opposition parties hinted at proceeding with an immediate impeachment of Yoon. Yoon's move was the first declaration of martial law since the country's democratization in 1987. The country's last previous martial law was in October 1979, following the assassination of former military dictator Park Chung-hee.